Today we're going to crochet the nose of the character. So let's start with the small triangle shape that we made last time. Let's start with a couple of chain stitches to create the length of the nose. Measure once in a while so that you can see what you're doing. Okay, so let's crochet a triangle. As you might know from the basics, you can build with crochet stitches. Start with a couple of single crochets and then continue with half double crochets. After a while you can continue with double crochets. And as you can see, it builds to a triangle shape. When you get to the end, you can attach with a slip stitch. Crochet a couple of slip stitches to build the height to the next row. Turn the work, yarn over and start with double crochets. Continue with a couple of half double crochets. And then finish off with a couple of single crochets. This way you can control the shape of your project. And this is how it looks so far. Let's connect the parts with the triangle shape that we sketched out in the previous lesson. You don't have to crochet to attach the parts. You can kind of sew the parts together with the excess yarn. If you missed the previous lessons, I've created a playlist for you, which I think I called Freeform Crochet for Beginners. So you can check that out if you want to see the previous lessons in the series. And within that playlist, I also have a couple of other beginner tutorials if you're interested in checking those out. I'll put a card up at the end of this video so that you can check it out later. And now it's time to build with crochet stitches. This is the foundation of Freeform crochet, that you know which stitches to use in which situations. Here I'm making a couple of treble crochets, which means that you have 2 loops of yarn over the crochet hook before you start. The double crochets, and some single crochets. You can also use a couple of half double crochets if you want. With practice you can easily see which stitch you would need in which situation. And you will also be able to detect when you need to increase, like in this case. Attach with a slip stitch, and there you go. Let's create the other side just like that. So let's just do the pattern of single crochets, half doubles, doubles and treble crochets to build the triangle shape. Now I'm crocheting a couple of double crochets. And then it's time for the treble crochets, which makes a long stitch, but it builds very fast. So that's a good tool to have in your tool belt as a crochet artist. Let's increase with yet another treble crochet. And now you can attach with the slip stitch. There you go. As you can see, the crochet builds quite fast and easy. Now you can turn the work and crochet another row. This technique of combining different stitches is a way to even out your work. And there you go. Now I'm attaching the eyes to the project, and I'm sewing with the excess yarn as we did earlier, just so that you can have more control of your project. Freeform crochet is almost always like a collage project. You have several parts that you attach to each other. Once in a while it can be a good idea to flatten the project. We can start by crocheting like a fan shape with a couple of treble crochets in the same previous stitch, so that you can even it out quite fast and easy. Attach with a slip stitch. Crochet a couple of more slip stitches so that you can turn the work and continue with the next row. Couple of double crochets to increase so that you can attach with the slip stitch. And now you can see that the work is about to be evened out. Let's crochet yet another row so that we can even it out even more. Now it's quite even and you can continue with the next side. Let's even this side out even more so that we can start with the forehead after that. I think I'll go with a couple of double crochets and maybe increase with a couple of treble crochets. The beauty of freeform crochet is that you can fix things along the way. Now when we're going to crochet around the round eye shape, we need to increase a bit because otherwise it will form like a bowl shape, and that's not what we want. So let's make a couple of crochet stitches in the same previous stitch so that it will have room to expand, if that makes sense. Let's flatten it out. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a bit, but you get the idea. I'm going to crochet around the eye and increase once in a while. Let's say that I increase 4 or 5 stitches all in all around the entire eye. But there are no rules on where you should increase. You can do it by ear, if that makes sense. Attach again with the slip stitch, and let's see how this will look. If you want, you can sew the other side, or you can crochet with slip stitches or with single crochets. I'm choosing to sew because I'm quite lazy, so this will take the shortest amount of time. And as you can see, when I try to flatten this out, I've sewn too many stitches. I will just unravel a couple of stitches, like so. And then I need to crochet the other side as well. I'm going with double crochets because that is what will build the fastest. And let's just increase a couple of stitches. I'm really fond of this fan shape technique because it will build very fast and you can even a project out very fast with this technique. So here's my secret tip for creating a nice looking edge. This will create an invisible edge, which is quite nice. Starting with this fan shape again. Remember to count 3 stitches from the bottom because you need the height. A couple of treble crochets to increase and then a slip stitch. a couple of slip stitches and you're ready to turn your work and crochet your way back. I think I'm going to increase a couple of stitches here because I want the forehead to be like a rounded shape. And you can see how it will build quite nicely. Turn the work and continue with the next row. A couple of increases. And then you can just continue with either double crochets if you want that, or in my case I think I will go with the half double crochets. Attach again with a slip stitch, and here's my secret invisible edge technique again, like so. As you can see, it starts to take form actually. So next time we're going to create the ears and the rest of the project. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon.